Shalom. You know, going about my day, doing what I usually do, study or, listen to information and try to gather information, minding my business, you know what I mean? But then, let me just say it this way. It appears that the de facto has setups either through satellite or, that technology is something else these days. But it appears that they can watch what I'm doing. So you hear what I said? It appears to be. So I'm not accusing them of anything. So the de facto, I've constantly told them again, over and over again, that I choose to discharge all debt associated with United States debt that they're obligated for. I believe that's U.S. They use this their U.S. Article 10. I mean Article 6, I believe, and also their U.S. Article 1, Section 10, and then also what else am I looking for? Okay, let's get that part. It might come to them. But so in the meantime, they called, and so the scripture says basically to expose the works of evil, of darkness. So I'm not against anyone, but when you come trying to manipulate or deceive me, oh yeah, also that's with Declaration of Independence, where they swore, because of the fraud and stuff they anticipated to come, and so the Declaration of Independence, they swore certain things to the rights of the indigenous people. So all those things, the rights of indigenous people, inalienable rights, rights of man, this all rights reserved without prejudice forever. So as she called, I recorded the message, because that's my right to do so, because it's concerning me. A corporation does not have power over the de jure man. A corporation cannot be injured, but you can injure a man. So I record this to have record of the attempts to entrap me and to injure me. So I'm gonna let you listen.
I'll let you know that I'm the security credit over that name, so I have authority to use that name, so I'll go ahead and accept your call. As well as I also let you know that I've authorized you to discharge all of that associated with that account, so I can help.
I don't understand. Am I speaking to Anthony Baker?
Yeah, see, you guys play this game all the time, and you have me on record. Where I've told you constantly, time and time again, I'm going to send you another letter that you can hold in your account. Also, you guys own Pope, who you get apparently that's what you guys working, that you keep on calling playing the same games, and he said, and I'm not his follower, but I'm just using this quote in a letter he gave to Obama, which he said that I'm not African American either. That's a color long term, but that's how he described the true people of the land. He said all fictitious names, fictitious accounts have been charged, and he's given them notice that all of those accounts have been given back to the people. And so I have the right to utilize those names, fictitious names without debt, and I have the right to discharge them. So that's what I'm going to do. So what's the amount that you need to be discharged?
Due to the nature that I'm not able to speak to the authorized party of the call, I would not be able to go through with the call, sir. I do apologize, but thank you for your time, and you have a great day.
All right, so there you have it. games that people play. You know, I don't know what their intent is, but my intent is in good faith always. I'll just read a section of the Declaration of Independence. It said, "He has excited domestic insurrection among us and has endeavored to bring on inhabitants of our frontier the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every state, these oppressions we have petitioned for redress. In most humble term, our repeated petition have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attention to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed, let me finish this. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disvolve these usurpations which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They have been deaf to the voice of justice and conjugality. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounce our separation and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind enemies in war and peace, friends. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled, appealing the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of the colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connections between them and the state of the Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract, alliance, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. And then, you know, have Georgia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, and then goes on to say all these different names that signed it. You know, so I would encourage you to read that the whole document. But as like one more sister was speaking on that document, basically that declaration intentions was basically saying, claiming the freedom of the indigenous people, and they pledged their right, they pledged their lives on that. So, like I said, all my actions are in good faith and good faith intent. You know, and like I said, I'm not trying to rob, steal, do none of those things from anybody. All I'm doing is standing on truth, standing on what has been promised. First of all, by the Most High, Allah, Yahuwah, and then they've pledged their own lives and everything to bear that truth. So, until next time, shalom.